Hemos oído que los hutíes han realizado otra serie de ataques contra la navegación mercante en el Mar Rojo y la región del Golfo de Adén. Cerca de las 4 de la mañana del día de hoy,
The situation has gone out of hand at the Gulf of Aden, and the U.S. Navy won't hold back this time. They've once again targeted the U.S. Navy warships and have halted global trade by targeting international ships. What is this ongoing conflict between the two parties, and why is this the last straw? Let's find out.
Trading route between Asia and Europe. It is in these waters that the Somali pirates are wreaking havoc.
The Gulf of Aden is a key deep-sea waterway that connects the Arabian Sea to the Red Sea and the Garda-Fui Canal, while bordering Djibouti, Somalia, and Yemen. It was once a relatively peaceful and busy waterway that was the core of international shipping. However, since tensions have escalated in October 2023, due to Hamas invading Israel and Iran funding the Houthi rebels of Yemen, the area has practically become a war zone. The Houthi rebels have effectively turned this key trade route into a no-go area where ships are not just harassed, but also actively targeted. The attacks are not just pirate attacks where militants come in speedboats with AK-47s and take control over the ship. The Houthis are now executing coordinated attacks with explosive drones and advanced anti-ship cruise missiles. With the help of these missions, they attack targets from hundreds of miles away, causing havoc in the region. They actively target major freighters to showcase their power and control in the region. The U.S. Navy's in a rather challenging position at the Gulf of Aden. They are acting as a critical guardian of international commerce. Since the Houthi rebels are constantly trying to disrupt trade in the key waterway, the U.S. Navy is actively trying to protect American merchant ships and ensuring a smooth flow of international trade in the region.
Tänk ju på att det är detta man inte ser mig, sant? Och hoppas att de släpper klar den gången.
This is a serious mission and one that should be of utmost priority. To fully comprehend the seriousness of the issue, it is critical to appreciate that the Gulf of Aden is considerably more than simply another body of water. It is a strategic choke point with enormous global significance. This small body of water transports a staggering amount of global trade, ranging from crude oil and liquefied natural gas to manufactured commodities and consumer products. As a result, any disruption to shipping in the Gulf of Aden might have far-reaching consequences for the global economy. The consequences go far beyond regional issues, turning this local dispute into a worldwide issue. The stability of global markets, consumer pricing, and the economic well-being of nations throughout the world are all in some way linked to the security of this critical sea channel. As a result, the purpose of the United States Navy is more than just projecting strength. It is also to protect the world's economic interests. So, here a key question arises. What are the U.S. Navy fleets doing in the Gulf of Aden? U.S. has deployed their Arleigh Burke-class destroyers, the USS Stockdale and the USS O'Kane, which aren't your ordinary warships. Instead, they are state-of-the-art war machines which are an embodiment of American naval supremacy. They have access to the latest cutting-edge technology and skilled professionals who constantly patrol these dangerous waters. They are always on high alert and ready to respond to any threat at any point in time. These war machines ensure that international trade flows smoothly and any Houthi attacks are intercepted instantly. You must be wondering, how do they manage to fend off these coordinated attacks from the Houthi rebels sitting hundreds of miles away? That's where the U.S. Navy's prowess comes. They use advanced sensors accompanied by situational awareness to tackle these attacks. They use a special radar called the AN Spy-1 series, which is a part of their highly advanced Aegis combat system. This a phased array radar, which makes it far more accurate and efficient than a traditional radar. It can simultaneously track hundreds of targets at ranges exceeding 200 nautical miles. Be it a high-flying aircraft to low-flying cruise missiles or even small drones, this radar can detect it almost instantly.
tres embarcaciones con éxito, una de las cuales fue el Ruby Mar, cuyos restos podemos ver aquí bajo el agua, en aguas relativamente poco profundas.
Un triunfo simbólico para los hutíes.
The spy radar provides a 360-degree view of the battle space, feeding critical data to the Aegis combat system. This system integrates all of the ship's sensors and weapons, providing a comprehensive picture of the threat environment. Then there's the missile defense system. It's a layered approach designed to intercept incoming threats at multiple ranges. We're talking about missiles like the SM-2, SM-6, and the evolved Sea Sparrow missile ESSM, each designed to counter specific threats. The SM-2 is a long-range interceptor, capable of engaging targets at distances of over 90 nautical miles. The SM-6 extends that range even further and can even engage targets over the horizon. The ESSM is a shorter-range missile designed to defend against fast-moving, highly maneuverable threats. This system requires the operators to make split-second decisions and rely on flawless coordination. The radar provides a much-needed 360-degree view of the battle space and provides the Aegis combat system with key information. These highly advanced sensors, accompanied by the ship's weaponry, help fend off any target. The ship's missile system receives information from the radar and launches an attack to intercept incoming threats at various ranges. The U.S. Navy uses a combination of effective missiles like the SM-6, SM-2, and Evolved Sea Sparrow missile, or ESSM. Each of these missiles has its own capabilities and is intended to fight certain threats. The SM-6 expands that range considerably farther and can attack targets beyond the horizon. The SM-2 is a long-range interceptor capable of attacking targets at distances exceeding 90 nautical miles. The ESSM is a short-range missile intended to protect against fast-moving, highly agile adversaries. This system demands operators to make split-second judgments and rely on perfect synchronization.
The Houthis say they are targeting merchant vessels and warships in solidarity with Palestinians in Gaza. Our defense correspondent Jonathan Beale is the first journalist.
The Houthi rebels aren't your regular militants or freedom fighters. Instead, they are a well-equipped and advanced force that is capable of posing a significant threat. Instead of relying on traditional weapons and bombs, they have embraced modern warfare tactics and are now using drones and guided missiles to achieve their goal. Now, the big question: how come militants like these are getting access to such high-tech weapons? Well, the answer isn't as simple as it might seem. Experts believe that Iran is providing Houthis with not just these advanced weapons, but also training and technical assistance. They provide Houthis their high-tech weapons for a relatively cheaper price, which they use to damage both cargo ships and warships.
Había 37 de estos drones. Creemos que algunos serán Shohid 136. Los espectadores habituales recordarán que esto es lo que Irán le suministró a Rusia. También se los han estado proporcionando.
You must be wondering, what are they looking to achieve by causing all this chaos in the region? Analysts believe that the Houthis want to destabilize the Gulf of Aden and exert their control over Yemen. However, others believe that they are doing for Iran, which seeks to challenge the U.S. influence in the Middle East. Whatever their reason might be, their actions are causing some serious damage to global trade, and companies are losing millions due to these acts. The U.S. Navy uses one of the finest and most secured layer defense systems in the world. It is not enough to have the most modern missiles. It is also necessary to coordinate a complete integrated system capable of detecting, tracking, and intercepting threats at all stages. Consider it an onion, methodically built with layers upon layers of defense, each meant to counteract a particular component of an attack. This technique stresses redundancy and resilience, ensuring that if one layer fails, others continue to protect critical assets. At the heart of this layered defense strategy is the early detection of drones or missiles. Advanced radar system like the spy radar constantly scans the skies and seas for any incoming threats. These radar systems are so efficient that they can track swarming drone formations, lurking submarines, small drones, and even low-flying cruise missiles. When the missile is detected, the system gets into action and determines which type of threat it is, its velocity, and trajectory. It then sends this information to the algorithms, and operators can use this data to make split-second decisions easily. After the drone is detected, interception phase gets into the action. High-tech missiles such as the SM-2 and SM-6 are launched with pinpoint accuracy to intercept an oncoming danger and engage it at a safe distance from the target vessel to minimize damage. However, it's not that simple, as the interception plan shouldn't just take down missiles, but also destroy the opponent's sensors and communication systems. To do so, the U.S. Navy deploys electronic warfare tactics to jam enemy radar signals and create confusion in their guidance system. This eventually disrupts their system and stops it from efficiently targeting ships. Obviously, defense is only one piece of the puzzle. The United States isn't just waiting for the Houthis to attack and defend their missiles. They are conducting various military strikes on potential whereabouts of Houthi rebels in Yemen in hopes of destroying their weapons and preventing future attacks. The main aim of these strikes is to target drone facilities, control centers, and missile launchers. However, these strikes aren't well received by the world. Analysts believe that these strikes have been ineffective so far in disarming the Houthis, but have instead led to several civilian casualties and humanitarian crisis in the country.
The U.S. military says it targeted Houthi operations that have been used for attacks on American Navy warships and merchant vessels in the region.
These uncertain conditions have transformed Yemen into a battleground of proxy wars. Having control over the Gulf of Aden is related to a greater power struggle between Iran and Saudi Arabia, where on one side Saudi Arabia is leading an Arab coalition against the Houthis, whereas on the other side Iran is helping Houthi rebels by giving them access to their cutting-edge technology and weapons. So, in the midst of this crisis at the Gulf of Aden, what does the future hold for international trade and maritime operations? The rapidly evolving threat landscape in the waters is forcing a strong restructuring of traditional naval strategies and tactics. To ensure that the waters are safe for trade, countries must drift away from outdated approaches to defense and embrace cutting-edge technologies. This new proactive strategy encourages investments in new sensor technology that can identify and monitor threats with remarkable accuracy and speed. Countries must prioritize the development of a more effective missile defense system that can neutralize even the most coordinated and undetectable strikes. However, the greatest dramatic change will likely result from investigating the enormous potential of artificial intelligence and autonomous systems in naval combat. Imagine fleets of autonomous surface vessels patrolling enormous areas of ocean, continually checking for hazards and alerting ships. With the help of AI-powered command centers, one can easily analyze vast volumes of data in real time, allowing commanders to make faster, more informed choices. It's no longer fiction. This is the future of naval combat.
Now entered the high threat area, and as you can see, they're preparing to run the gauntlet.
Moreover, countries should focus on strengthening partnerships with their allies to ensure a fruitful spirit of information sharing and collaboration. By sharing critical intelligence, participating in joint ventures, and executing joint patrols to strengthen their maritime domain. The Gulf of Aden is a harsh reminder that international shipping routes are vulnerable in the modern day. Maintaining security in these critical waterways requires constant monitoring, a readiness to adapt to changing threats, and commitment to international collaboration. This isn't just about protecting ships and cargo, it's also about preserving the core underpinnings of the global economy. That's all for today. What do you think will be the US Navy's next response? Will this Gulf of Aden conflict come to an end? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. If you find this video informative, then don't forget to like it and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. We'll see you next with another video.